Hello and welcome back to Jarvis Johnson Gold, the premium channel that is free. It is free, but if you're watching this, you're premium. And today, something that's been talked about a fair amount. Charlie Moist Critical just put out a video about this. I've seen other people talk about it, but I wanted to throw my hat in the ring because I find it fascinating. And it's the wonderful world of Sigma male content farms. I don't want to pull up Charlie's video. I don't want to pull up anyone else's video because I do want to like form my own opinions, but I do want to say that like seeing Charlie's video reminded me that this is something I wanted to talk about. So first of all, Sigma males, what are they? Well, it kind of seems like a meme, but if Webster's dictionary defines a Sigma male is a man who lives life based on his own rules, thriving for his passion, not distracted by societal norms or standards. He's his own boss. He doesn't need validation from anyone. By anyone, it means anyone, literally their ability to walk off from predefined and traditional norms. They're a lone wolf, so to speak. This channel has 7,000 subscribers. This video, 300,000 views. So clearly they are speaking to something. So let's look at some of these channels. Achieve Greatness seems to be popping off. All right, hold on. 7 normal things Sigma males have no interest in.
Most men are subtly programmed to pursue and express interest in certain common themes: sports, fashion trends, pop culture. This widespread tendency stems from the tribal mentality deeply ingrained in us from our prehistoric ancestors.
Yeah, you're not allowed to like things other people like. Defining yourself as a contrarian to the like mainstream is such a wild thing to do because it's in and of itself very easy. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay, so you like this. Everybody likes these things. So I'm going to define myself by not liking them.
There emerges a rare breed of men known as Sigma males.
Rare breed of men. Is this a real person's voice? It kind of sounds like Bryan Cranston, kind of Walter White-esque.
Their interests can be wildly varied or highly specific, often delving into areas untouched by the mainstream.
Delving into areas untouched by the mainstream, like going home and hanging out with your cats, untouched by the mainstream. Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Please drop a like on this video as it helps support the channel. I appreciate it. This is hilarious, by the way, given the, drop a like the rest of those sheep. I'm a lone wolf. I'm gonna dislike. I go by the beat of my own drummer, buddy. Sorry. This is literally I'm not like other girls for men. It's wild. Brand names, drama, celebrity gossip, flexing their success. Oh yeah, that's right. Sigmas don't flex. Social norms and etiquettes. Here's where I have a problem.
Social norms and etiquettes. Sigma males could truly care less what you think about them or their decisions.
Okay, that's fine, unless it involves other people.
And this mindset extends to their approach to social norms and etiquettes.
Okay, say more.
An example of this can be seen in their choices of beverages.
In their choices of beverages? Sigma males do not partake in normal societal norms with their beverages. An average Sigma male, instead of drinking a water or perhaps a cocktail, they will drink tomato soup at the bar. Sigma males will drink a milkshake made of a Happy Meal just to prove a point. No, seriously, what is it going to be? What is it going to be?
A Sigma male doesn't subscribe to the concept that certain drinks are inherently feminine or masculine.
Wait, is it about to be like a Sigma male actually drinks a wine cooler? A Sigma male loves a fruity bev.
He will choose a beverage based on his preference and taste.
Okay.
Not based on societal gender norms.
That is so basic. A Sigma male chooses the beverage that he likes. Get owned, alphas.
For instance, let's say a man really liked drinking mimosas.
Sigma male is when you like mimosas. Catch me at bottomless mimosa brunch, dude. Doesn't make you a Sigma male.
Afraid of ordering one in front of his friends because they view a mimosa as a girly drink. Common social etiquette would deter this man from ordering what he truly wanted.
That is not common social etiquette. That's peer pressure implied by toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity is your problem here. The fact that there are certain drinks that are for men and certain drinks that are for women. Yeah, just drink what you want.
Instead electing for a more manly drink like whiskey instead.
And also, if you like whiskey, some people, myself included, I love an old fashioned. I love a whiskey neat. I love a big ice cube. I went to my friend Ethan's house for Thanksgiving. He had Slipknot whiskey that he made me drink, and I drank it with a big ice cube by itself. What am I? I am, I can't even think of another. They've taken all the Greek letters. I'm a theta male or whatever. But before we get into that, we have a brief word from today's sponsor, Scentbird. Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service with a mission to empower each and every person to express themselves through scent. And they've created a great way to discover, shop for, purchase, and experience brand new fragrances. Whether you're just beginning on your scent journey or deepening your knowledge of fragrance, Scentbird is for you. I've been working with Scentbird for years now, and before Scentbird, I didn't know anything about smelling. And now look at me. I smell good. I do get a lot of compliments about how I smell, and it's all because of Scentbird. With Scentbird, you choose a new designer fragrance to try each month for just $17, and they have a wide variety of options. From popular brands like Prada, Gucci, and Versace to indie labels like Skylar, Confessions of a Rebel, and Heretic. They've got perfumes, they've got colognes, and they've got a lot of options in between. With each fragrance, you're gonna get a 30-day supply so you can try it out before you commit to a full-size bottle, which could cost you upwards of $150, and in some cases, $300 to $500. This month, I received Pour Homme from Dolce & Gabbana, Sequoia Wood from The Perfumer Story by Aggie, and 19 Degree by Toomey. My favorite this month is 19 Degree by Toomey because it makes me smell like I am a man of mystery. Click the link in my description or use code JarvisGold55 to get 55% off your first month at Scentbird. That's just over $7 for your first month, available in the US and Canada. Thanks to Scentbird for sponsoring this video. Now, back to the video.
Pink was once seen as suitable for boys, while blue was considered fit for girls. This contrast in perception over time serves to underline the point that societal norms are malleable and not absolute.
Okay, now they're kind of based, right? Like none of this matters, right? I wear pink, I wear blue. It doesn't mean anything.
Sigma males recognize this fluidity and reject the need to adhere to these changing norms. Instead, they see things as they are and make their choices based on their individual preferences.
Yeah, that's great. There's no problem with that.
Social media. Sigma males often demonstrate a hesitation towards accepting social media, a trait that sets them apart in a world dominated by digital life.
Oh, it sets them apart by not having social media? All right, brother.
And spending considerable amounts of time scrolling through feeds, Sigma men tend to resist this trend.
They're too busy reading a book or listening to classical music.
See the potential hazards of excessive social media use, such as the risk of becoming overly concerned with online perceptions, the potential for decreased self-esteem due to comparisons, and the dilution of real-world experiences and relationships.
But these are all valid things, but it's like, okay, so just don't use it a lot, or moderate your social media use, or don't use it. Nobody cares. It doesn't make you a Sigma male.
Value being fully present and living authentically, something that can be compromised when too much focus is put on crafting an online persona. As a result, they often use social media sparingly.
Okay. So far it's like Sigma males think eating too much cake is bad, so they eat cake every now and again, and that's what makes them not like the rest of society. Like, I just don't get it, dude. Moderation is great. All right, 7 weird things only Sigma males find interesting.
Sigma males are an intriguing and rare breed in the tapestry of the male social hierarchy.
Okay. Like, what is this male social hierarchy? Is it the alpha, beta, sigma social hierarchy? Like, doesn't this becoming a larger community mean that they're kind of all following the same thing and thus not rejecting?
Mind-bending thought experiments and philosophies.
Is this going to be like when Elon Musk showed how his ChatGPT clone justified using a racial slur?
They often engage with thought-provoking experiments and philosophical concepts that push the boundaries of conventional thinking. For instance, they might delve into the double slit experiment.
That is so funny. For example, they might delve into, this is like a famous quantum mechanics experiment. They might take an interest in quantum mechanics. I don't know how they're going to describe the double slit experiment, but it's like a famous experiment that demonstrated that light and matter can satisfy the seemingly incongruous classical definitions of both waves and particles. The double slit experiment's cool.
A fundamental demonstration in quantum physics showing how light and matter react differently depending on whether or not they are being observed.
Hell yeah, brother. That's so sick, dude. No, that's awesome. Science is cool, dude. Sigma's like science? Okay.
Captivating topic for Sigma males might be the Schrodinger's cat.
This is so, what is that Facebook group? It's like, I fucking love science. You know, like that's what this feels like. It's so funny because they've like worked their way backwards into Wine Mom. They've become like quirky millennials. Taking an interest in Schrodinger's cat is kind of weird though. If someone was like, I'm really into Schrodinger's cat, I would really ask for more information. I would be like, what do you mean?
It presents a scenario where a cat in a sealed box could be simultaneously alive and dead, depending on an earlier random event. This experiment is often used to illustrate the complexity and peculiarities of quantum mechanics.
Cool, it's quantum mechanics again, by the way. Also, isn't Schrodinger's cat specifically, there's poison in the box and you don't know if poison killed the cat? Like, isn't that the experiment? It's not like some random event. It's like it was poison. Schrodinger didn't just put a cat in a box and he's like, what happened to the cat? So far you've talked about two things that are about like quantum mechanics and observers impacting states.
These kinds of intellectual explorations are not...
This is, by the way, the same intellectual exploration. It's so funny because none of these things are unique. And so like defining it by Sigma male is so silly and pointless. It's so completely pointless. But there's people who feel, you know, we try to say this on the podcast too. It's like, I don't want to turn a blind eye to those who have felt brushed aside by society. I think that can be very dangerous, you know, because people come in, you know, snake oil salesmen, your Andrew Tates of the world, and they say, here's the real enemy. And then they like kind of direct them towards particularly unhealthy places. But this is so funny.
Sigma males believe in the power of stepping out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, I like to step out of my comfort zone. Like, for example, in a corporate environment, I might volunteer to give a presentation because I want to challenge myself. And it's, you know, it's putting myself out there, and public speaking, it can be a scary thing.
For instance, if they have a fear of public speaking, they might volunteer to give a presentation.
Hold on. I'm learning from this that I myself am a Sigma male, which also means that I walk alone. And I actually reject everything this guy's saying about Sigma males because he can't define me.
Or if they're not used to leading a team, they may take on a leadership role.
These are like good things to like stretch yourself and like grow. You know what I mean?
By facing what makes them uneasy, they learn to handle stress and uncertainty better.
Now that we've like learned a little bit about how I'm a Sigma and I actually am pretty freaking sick, I want to know how Sigma males control their inner monster because that scares me. What is the monster?
There's a saying that every hero has a dark shadow.
Everyone watching this video goes, I'm the hero. I am the main character. I do cast a dark shadow. We all cast dark shadows. That's what shadows are.
This lurking creature is not to be feared but understood. Enter the Sigma male, an enigmatic archetype of the male hierarchy.
Is this Kevin Costner? And why is he behind the NFL draft?
One who recognizes this inherent duality.
Ooh. Is Edward Cullen a Sigma male? That's like my Tumblr essay.
Their ability to control their inner monster doesn't weaken them. It magnifies their strength.
Oh, the biggest Sigma of them all. It's me, Chris Pratt.
Number 1. Recognizing they have a dark side makes them realize they are dangerous.
Why are they dangerous? Why are they dangerous? What is happening right now?
Most people, including Sigma males, carry a shadow with them, a dark side.
It's like every one of these is like a villain origin story.
But what sets Sigma males apart is their keen acknowledgement of this darkness. They're not afraid to peer into it, to study it, and understand its depths.
Just a thought, go to therapy. You can peer into that dark side under the tutelage of a trained professional, and they can help you to live with it. I've done it. I know my dark side, and so does my therapist. And it doesn't leave our sessions. Woo! Sorry, I'm just holding in my dark side. Ugh.
Good and potential harm doesn't diminish them. Instead, it amplifies their self-respect. Armed with this self-awareness, Sigmas walk a different path.
They speak like a fucking horoscope. They keep saying these vague ass things like they walk a different path. Like, what does that even mean, dude? This guy lives in a high-rise apartment and looks like a finance bro, dude. Like, in what way is he walking a different path? I'm just nervous that when I go to the comments, it's gonna be people talking about their dark side and it's gonna scare me. We feel anger and rage just like others. The key for us is that we understand the games people play very well, a huge turnoff. The ego, the pride, and the boasting is disgustingly ugly in our books. And as soon as we see it or feel it, it's over. We detach immediately. Humility and realness is prized in our books. Sigmas have this aura to where people unconsciously move out of the way for them, like Moses crossing the Red Sea. Or You're not wearing deodorant. You do smell. Take a shower. You are not Moses. You are Mark. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe you're not stinky, but you're walking down the street like John Wick. I just have this aura about me where people move out of the way. This stuff that stresses me out. Timely video. Just recently started learning about my shadow and integrating it. These scare me, man. There is a time in everyone's life, even Sigma males, to be ruthless and feared. What? As long as everyone around you knows you will always act in a restrained fashion, they will continue to push boundaries. Sometimes you have to help them find the wall. You will never have to explain boundaries to them after that. What the fuck? What did you do? Brother. After an outburst, I realized I should have done more when I was younger so people would fear me more today. No one needs to be feared. We all have a ... demon ... within. Like my icon, I choose to be Gohan, tamed and free-minded. Gohan's a nerd. Gohan is a meek little nerd, and he's strong when he's pushed, but he doesn't want to fight. He just wants to do his studies. But once we're backed in a corner after giving warning after warning, you better hope we walk away and leave you be, or Broly will show up, untamed and uncontrollable. Put down the anime, my guy. Look, brother, I'm a big Dragon Ball fan myself. I got the whole series on DVD. I got it all. Big formative thing in my childhood. All right, buddy? Listen. You don't need to be Gohan. Gohan isn't real. Also, he was 11 when he had his outburst. All right, Sigma male compilation. First result for Sigma males.
1.
1 out of 10?
1 in a million.
Oh!
I'm happily married, so they would not rate you. So.
Okay, so if you had to rate me, if you didn't have a wife, come on.
That'd be a 1.
Oh, that's also, so if you say 1 in a million, Sigma. If you say 1 as in a rude way, also Sigma. This channel's just called Sigma Male. Oh yeah, baby. The joy of being a lone wolf. This is just a furry. No, I'm sorry, dude. Your wolf in a suit is not what you think it is. This is a fursona, dude, and that's okay. Just embrace it, dude.
These men prioritize personal growth and happiness over close friendships.
Well, okay, counterpoint. Close friendships can be involved in all of those things. They're not mutually exclusive.
Social, but rather picky about who they let into their inner circle.
Okay, that's fine.
Being emotionally or mentally drained.
Well, that's also fine. You shouldn't just be with people who drain you.
The 6 shocking reasons why this rare breed of man refuses to have friends.
The one thing I know about Sigma males is it's a rare breed of man because they will not shut up about it. If there's so many videos with so many subscribers about how they're rare and everyone in the comments is agreeing about how special they are, they're not rare. Okay, dude, just take a nap. Why is it a Draw My Life video? I'm so confused.
Is often the result of traumatic experiences they have had in the past. To them, making friends is not just about hanging out.
If this is literally Sigma males have trauma, and that's why they don't want to pursue friendships, go to therapy, man. That's sad. I find socializing very draining and much prefer being in solitude. I don't get bored. I don't get lonely. Awesome. You're an introvert, and that's great. You don't have to be a Sigma male to not like socializing. I had friends when I was younger. Now I look back and think most were a-holes in the end, especially in the teen years. That's because they were teenagers. That's what teenagers are. They're a-holes. They don't have empathy. Their brains haven't fully developed. Imagine your whole like villain origin story is that, you know, people were rude to you and never had your back, and the people you're referring to are 5th graders, and those are the people who wronged you. Like, the thing is, the feeling is valid. Dealing with people is too much work. That's fair. You're so valid if you feel that way, but you don't need to like mythologize it into this like thing that it isn't. It's just being introverted. Focusing on yourself and avoiding idiots has made me millions. And yet you're still commenting on YouTube videos. Like, that's how I feel. Like, if focusing on yourself and avoiding idiots has made you millions, why do you feel the need to leave a comment here? Yay, I'm now in the club. I think if the Sigmas create a club, they've kind of defeated the purpose of being Sigma. If they're walking alone, then why have they built a community? That's my question. Clearly they want to like find like-minded individuals and build relationships, because you wouldn't have a community of people all congratulating each other on being Sigma males if they were trying to walk alone. Like, there's nothing wrong with being alone, but like, it feels like you're just avoiding other problems by creating a like value judgment on it. Sigma males unite! Anyway, thanks again to Scentbird for sponsoring this video. Go ahead and use my promo code Jarvis Gold 55 to get 55% off your first month at Scentbird. Ta-ta.